let's give you a bit of an update here. MX3 Racing. And absolutely loving it at the moment. We've got Brad Thomas and Dylan Marwick. They are locked in a battle here. We've got Dylan slightly quicker than Brad that last lap around. So with about 4 and a bit minutes left, duration to go. Well, we've got a bit of a showdown on our hands here. Brad Thomas, winner of race number 1 and on classification for Dylan in that first race. So he's the one that has to play catch up here in the overall. Harry Chisel, a much better start for him. He's running in 3rd place here. Sean McCarroll, he got a 4th in race number 1. He'd love to repeat that here. He's sitting in 4th here now with Cody Shepherd up to 5th place. Good result on the cards here for Cody. Caleb Holmes in 6th. We've got Lewis Osborne there in 7th and Andrew Eames. They're running in our top 8. Then look to Brian Gibson and Case Malone. That'll go right down to 10th place with Eddie there in 11th. Josh in 12th. Sean Drysdale, a better start from Sean this time from Eka Kahuna. And one of our North Island competitors in MX3, so well done to Sean out there. We've got Nick Stewart in 14th, Aaron Fitzgerald. That is there in quality 15th position. But Phil Rowley, 16th, Bradley Bryant in 17th. Marty McGoldrick, O'Malley in 18th place. Finn McAfee there 19th, and Kieran Cropper is the sole remaining point scorer out there. That goes right down to our top 20. And alive and well, MX3 Racing, what a massive field. We've got over 31 still going out there, and some real legends of the sport, including the man Brad Thomas on the 32. He is under a fair bit of pressure. And behind him on the 119, Dylan Marwick. Out there from Invercargill on the Smiths Transport and Motorworks, supported KX250. So it's going to be a couple of laps to go here for Brad. Can he hang on? He's got a race win under his belt already. And now it's less than a second, so it is certainly pressure getting piled on Dylan Marwick there. Harrison Chisel there. He's only 7 seconds down the road, so he's looking fast on his max gear KTM. And that's a quality top 3 as we see it right now. Loving MX3 Racing. It's such a cool thing on the program. The heart and soul of New Zealand motocross on display here. A support race on the program, but certainly some frantic racing going on there. So let's give you an update. We've got a few of them coming through. Brad Thomas, Dylan Marwick and Harry Chisel. That's your top 3. Cody Shepherd's up in the 4th place. Well done to Cody. On the Everts Booker Cody supported machine, 4th place on the cards. We've got Caleb Holmes in 5th. Sean McCarroll is down into 6th place now. We then go to Lewis Osborne, Andrew Eames unchanged in 7th and 8th. But now we've got Case Malone up into 9th. Sean Drysdale has cracked into the top 10 as well. And Brian Gibson has fallen back to 11th place with Josh there in 12th. Aaron in 13th, Nick in 14th and 15th for Eddie. So some good stuff going on here. And we've got about 2 minutes race duration remaining. The race leaders go down the back straight at the moment, so I'd say they're probably going to sneak another one in before we get the white flag out. So I would say around about 2 and a bit laps to go here. And just an update too for race fans out there, we are a little bit behind our ultimate program, so we are doing away with the look laps. No look laps for our remaining round of racing. So it'll just be MX1 on the line. They might get their look lap for race number 2, but then after that, no look laps to try and expedite this program and try and finish on time. So race durations will remain the same, but no look laps for our championship classes in the 3rd and final round as we try and rock through our program. At the South Otago Motorcycle Clubs, they're supporting this MX3 class, and great to have them hosting us here at round number 1. So trying to catch an update. Our race leader has changed, so we've got a new race leader. We've got Dylan gone into the lead, so Dylan is now in charge of this race here. Still no white flag, so time will expire on this lap. Around 2 laps to go now for Dylan. And Dylan Marwick, brilliant stuff, just did all the work right at the end of the motos, just kept chasing and chasing, and now he's pulled the trigger and leads with 2 laps to go. It's 1.7 seconds between him and the legendary Brad Thomas in 2nd place. Harry Chisel's now only 5.5 seconds off the lead, so he's way quicker than those 2 in front of him. We'll look out for this thing to explode into a podium showdown with 2 laps to go. Get in behind Harry Chisel from the Bay of Plenty on the steel blue work boots and Ocean 4 Max Gear supported KTM 250. As this track gets rougher and rougher, the 250F will come alive, and look out. Oh man, we're excited about this one here. We've got Caleb Holmes, Sean McCarroll and Lewis Osborne are now up into 4th, 5th and 6th respectively at the expense of Cody Shepherd, who's had a horror lap there and has dropped back to 7th place. There's still 8th place for Andrew Eames and Case Malone, and then Sean Drysdale, the man from Ekatahuna on the 992, rounding out our top 10. So a bit of excitement here in MX3 Racing as the white flag ready and waiting for the man on the Kawasaki, the Motorworks supported machine. He's flying and he's putting the hammer down, so not only has he got himself into the lead, he's got a comfy little margin down the back straight now. As we see this track getting pretty rough and rugged, challenging conditions now for our MX3 competitors. As our fastest qualified, Dylan, he was a non-classified race 1 competitor. So we're not sure what's happened there, we're unsure as to what has unfolded. But he's come back in race 2 and making an absolute statement here. He didn't have it all his own way. Brad Thomas led for most of the early stages. 2 laps ago he's pulled the trigger and now he is clearing out. So the white flag ready and waiting. He's got a couple of corners before he gets that. And certainly a display to remember here as the track gets rougher. He's getting faster and faster. And now well on his way to glory here in MX3. He gets the white flag, 1 lap to go. For the local Southland on that Motorworks supported machine. It was part of Smith's Transport and Peak Performance Massage KX250 racer. And he has been pretty quick here today. Fastest qualifier, non-starter in race 1, but this one here, he's turned up to play. Still in 2nd place, we have the legendary Brad Thomas. That is now 6 seconds between him and the lead, and then only 0.4 back to Harrison Chisel. So I'd say that's going to change on this lap around as Harrison Chisel, he'll look to go up into 2nd place for sure. He's on the gas big time, and a good man here. One of our North Islanders that's made the trip down and trying out MX3 racing. So fabulous to see people travelling from near and far to be part of round number 1 of the Fox, Aon and Pirelli New Zealand Senior Motocross Championships for 2023. We had a break from the champs last year, so it's been 2 years since we've had Senior Nationals competition. And my oh my, we've had an absolutely beautiful day today. The weather's been top notch. The racing's been absolutely brilliant. And it's been the likes of MX3 that have been just as good as our championship classes as well. Brad Thomas, he wins race number 1. He's going to come 2nd in this one here, or maybe even 3rd if Harrison Chisel's got anything to say about it. We'll take nothing away from the man on the Motorworks Kawasaki. Dylan was our fastest qualifier, and now he's going to show us his talent. Now he's got a couple of corners left to go, and hoping to hang on to the glory here, as after this one here we've got one more race remaining in round number 2, and that is our 20-minute feature race for MX1. What a start we had last time. Those first 2 or 3 laps was absolutely frantic from our 3 international competitors of Hamish Harwood, Cody Cooper, Maximus Purvis, and I expect we're going to be treated again to something similar. So let's give it up for this man here. Well done to Dylan. He's going to come out of the final corner. The chicken flag's going to wave. He's done it in style here, a dominant display, and that will feel mighty good. So there it is, a race win for the 119. Harrison's going to come home in 2nd place on the Max Gear KTM, so that'll be a 2nd for him. And here comes Brad Thomas. He's going to come home in 3rd place. Well done to him. That man with a race win and a 3rd. He'll be looking to hold on for that overall glory as Harrison, he comes 6th in race number 1, so a 6th and a 2nd will still be Brad leading the points by a little bit of a margin. And well done to our MX3 competitors, supported by the South Otago Motorcycle Club, bringing us the action here today. The MX3, a massive 34 entries. We're down to 31 in race number 2, so a bit of an attrition rate for our MX3 competitors. But putting on a show for us out on this beautiful Riverside Reserve Raceway. Now, a bit of an update now. We can update you on our top 3. It is the superstar of Dylan Marwood. He's going to come home, take that glory. Harrison Chisel's going to come home in 2nd place. It's only 3.9 seconds as well, so look out for Harrison. He's getting stronger as the day goes on. Has he got a race win potentially up his sleeve later on? We'll find out when these guys come back for their third and final race. Brad Thomas, like we said, with a win earlier this morning and a race podium there. 1-3 results for him mean he lead the points heading into the final race of the day. Caleb Holmes is there in 4th place to go along with his 9th place in race number 1. So another one of those guys getting quicker and quicker. Sean McCarroll has a 5th place to go with his 4th in race number 1. So some handy championship points there. He'll be handy to that podium overall glory. With Lewis Osborne getting 3rd in race number 1, 6th in race number 2. Another one of those guys not out of podium contention there. Andrew Eames, another quality performance there. Cody Shepard's going to come home in 8th place. And the 58 of Aaron Fitzgerald, he'll come home in 9th. Case Malone will round out our top 10 ahead of Sean Drysdale in 11th. So there it is, MX3. That's a wrap. Supported by the South Otago Motorcycle Club, our host club for round number 1 of Senior Motocross Championship level racing. And coming up next, we've got the big one here, MX1 on the line. They'll get their look lap here and be ready to go for their 20-minute feature race on the program.